Good morning, good morning. We are doing our White Light Oracle, where we read from kind of like spirit school, where we come in, we pull a card, we read from the book, and then we do a little automatic writing to connect to spirit and have that. It's kind of like helping us to show up in that journaling kind of way that we keep putting off or not doing. And it's helping us to learn and to grow and connect deeper through the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. So let's see what we're going to learn today, how we're going to connect. First, let's close our eyes. You could put a hand on your heart space and one on your solar plexus if you like, or wherever they are guided to go. Let's take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and release. Again, connecting with Mother Earth, pulling up her energy, and you reaching down to her, breathing in. This time connecting to Father, Son, and Source Light energy, pulling down that energy straight through the crown, all the way through down our center channel, cleansing, clearing, and aligning and activating our energy centers. So breathing in. One more time to get that all that energy and all those centers cleansed and cleared. Breathing in. Breathing in this time to our heart space, connecting this divine feminine, divine masculine into this beautiful balanced energy and then to spread throughout our energetic field and create this beautiful energy that to help us through our day. Breathing in. Excuse me. Calling in our angels and our guides, calling in our higher selves, Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Freya too. Calling in our ancestors of love and light, ascended masters, ascension council, galactic council, those of the highest of high of love and light, and only those of the highest of high of love and light, to be here with us, to help guide us, to help us learn, grow, and heal, and to receive and give the exact messages in which we are meant to for our highest good in this moment. Also calling in and asking assistance from our Archangel Council of our safeguard of Archangel Michael and Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel. Asking them to help keep this space a sacred space, cleansed and cleared of all energy that does not belong here, and amplifying all energy that does for our highest good in this moment. Oyanasi yanotu, iyanotu, 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 suyanotu, suyanotu. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in. I feel like we need to really feel their presence wrapped around us and just breathe in their energy. Allow them to fill us up with their beautiful energy of healing, of intuition and insight, and all the gifts that they can offer us if we're only willing to be open to receive. So closing your eyes, picturing again, you have Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel. And just imagine all of them, they're spread out around us, sending their energy and their light towards us that are sitting in the center here, and breathing that in and allowing it to integrate into our system and reaching all the little nether places in our body that needs that healing touch, that healing light, that love, that all the things that they can offer us, and they do so willingly and lovingly. So breathing in, hold, release. Breathe in again, pulling their energy in, breathing in. Hold, release. We're going to breathe in again, and I really want us to feel it pull into all of our energetic centers, into our crown, into our third eye, into our throat, into our heart space, into our solar plexus, into our sacral, into our root, and just feel it, fill us up, and just light us up. Okay? So one more time, nice and slow through the nose, and then we'll hold at the top again, breathing in. Hold. Release. Amen. Whew. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yanasiano tu, Yano suyano tu, Anasiano tu. Okay. What wisdom, white light wisdom, are we going to receive today? Beta of Spirit Wolf. This is the cover, by the way. So we've received, I don't know, those eyes just like they have a way of penetrating you, right? And then that heart space all lit up. Oh, love it. Okay. So again, on your paper, on your notebook, if you don't have one, you could pause and run and get one. But always remember to write the date, because I always forget that sometimes. And then I end up regretting it later. Like, when was that? And then you could put at the top White Light Oracle. And then you can also put the beta of Spirit Wolf. Of Spirit Wolf. Which would be easier for you because it's going to be in the title. All right, let's move these out of the way. And that way your notebook's ready to dive in writing once we receive our message. What number is that? 20? I can't see. 23. 22, 23. All right, give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition. Commit to your task and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any issue. Spirit Wolf skillfully guides us through transition and uncertainty. He enhances instinct, intuition, and presence so we can sense and avoid possible sabotage or traps and intellectually and safely find our own way around them. Spirit Wolf tunes us into our instincts without creating paranoia or hyper arousal. This is the medicine of awareness and engagement that comes from tuning in without fear, rather than from defiance, suspicion, and building walls against life. Where direct confrontation could stall a resolution or make matters worse, Spirit Wolf teaches us to soften our energy, appear less threatening, and therefore minimize the chance of the other party reacting aggressively out of fear. This enhances the possibility of resolution. Spirit Wolf calls for lunar wisdom, for honoring the non-rational knowing of intuition, for trusting our spiritual instincts and inner sense of timing. He is the unconventional yet reliable pathfinder. He shows us how to be flexible while remaining connected to our higher purpose. Beta of Spirit Wolf brings the message that your resourcefulness and capacity to meet your needs is greater than you realize. We have it within us to engage all situations with courage and willingness. We will always find a way through. As Spirit Wolf thrives in cheerful, playful social bonding with his tribe, there is also a reminder that connection is an essential ingredient in our approach to life. To thrive and to have as much fun as the intelligent, playful, successful, adaptable, and resourceful wolf, we need love in our lives. To experience love, we must be willing to reach out, open up, and run the risk of letting love in, as well as to share it unconditionally, without thought for what we can get out of it, which would transform the beautiful gift of love into a manipulative tool of ego. Beta brainwaves oscillate between 14 hertz and 40 hertz. It is the pattern of our waking state when our alertness and reasoning are heightened. If our beta waves become excessive, it can be challenging to transition into more relaxed states, and the result is increased stress. Stress is a significant problem for the human collective, and the negative impact on our health and our planet is considerable. It is easier for a relaxed mind to access clarity and inspiration. Beta waves are stimulating, while heightened arousal is beneficial in small doses at appropriate times. If this becomes our dominant way of being, our stress levels will compromise. Our dominant way of being, our stress levels will compromise our well-being and our wisdom. The excess of anxiety-related disorders affecting humanity at this time is one symptom of beta waves in overdrive. Beta helps us get things done, but in balance, it disconnects us from the nourishing sacred feminine presence within the heart that generates contentment. Beta excess is progress at any cost. Beta deficiency results in lack of focus and inattention to what is happening. So problems are not readily solved. Spirit Wolf brings a healing recalibration of our beta waves so we can avoid depression and feel motivated, yet also know when to step back and reconnect to the slower healing rhythms of the heart and soul. Which all of that reminds me about I don't know if it did you, like the slower rhythms, and that's like what we're being asked to do right now in the season of winter, is to find that slower rhythm that defined our center again, to root into who we are, to our homes, to our hearts, and to our people, instead of the whole do rush kind of thing. Just to settle down, simmer down. All right. Healing process. Give yourself a refreshing and invigorating body rub. Perhaps start at your scalp by rubbing your head in a way that alleviates tension, but is also slightly stimulating. You may like to put slight pressure on the top of your head, the base of your skull where it meets the neck, and also behind the ears down to the jaw. Then rub your shoulders, especially where your neck and shoulders meet. You may then like to make fist and lightly pummel or briskly rub your lower back and hips. If you wish, you can continue with this motion down the length of each leg and soles of your feet. So pretty much that sounds like the like if you could find any of those little short videos on like the releasing the fascia. It sounds like that's what that is. Okay, when you have completed the self massage, take some slow deep breaths and give yourself a chance to ground with gentle, playful movements. Perhaps a few star jumps or even star jumps. I think that's jumping jacks here, right? Maybe I could be totally wrong, but I like star jumps so much better. Okay, or even quick jog on the spot. Depending on what feels good, say aloud, I have it within me to accomplish. Okay, wait, I'll slow down and you can repeat after me. I have it within me to accomplish my soulful task with focus and effectiveness. I trust myself to find my way according to my own heart wisdom and with strength of spirit. That keeps me motivated to continue on my path while also meeting my needs for rest and replenishment. Recognize that you are a creative powerhouse who refuses to be obstructed on your path. Own your determined wolf-like badassery. you have completed your healing process. I like that part about, because it reminds me of our reading that we did yesterday about getting out of, not getting in your own way. You are a creative powerhouse who refuses to be obstructed on your path. So, and sometimes that includes by our own selves, like with our fear or with in fear, anxiety, and all the things that they were talking about. So sometimes all of that just comes with just slowing the hell down. So on that note, let's slow down. Let's write. Let's connect. Let's connect with our inner spirit wolf and see what she has to say. All right, here we go. If you want to look at her real good again. And I tried to post these pictures too in the post section on the YouTube channel, so you can always find them there. If there's a way for you to like pull that up when we go into writing mode, if you need to kind of like gaze into her eyes to connect. I don't know. I just thought it would be helpful to have that still picture, that still image for you. So let's just breathe in just the white light of the spirit wolf. And just with so much gratitude, release. Breathe in one more time. So much gratitude, release. Now let's just write for 7 to 10 minutes and see what Spirit has to say. Amen. And so it is. Whew. Thank you so much for joining me in this, all of this. It's just amazing. I love, like, I don't know, I love that we get to show up in this way and remind ourselves of how connected we really are. Like when we connect like through this writing and like hear that and receive the messages, and how when they really like hit home, like hit us in the heart there, and like really I don't know, just it just reminds you of who you are and your connection to all that is, to the earth, to the air, to the wind, to the breeze, to the trees, all the things. So stay connected. Much love.